Well, you already know if you watch this show regularly that farmers and ranchers are the 2% of the population who feed 100% of us.
Now, a group of growers along the Bayou Teche are coming together to do even more. They want to clean up the state of Louisiana and want your help.
This is the future meeting the past. Little Maverick sits on the back of this old Farmall Cub owned by a member of the Teche Growers Association, a group of farmers in Iberia, St. Martin, St. Mary, and Vermilion parishes who want to preserve their past to pass it on to the future. Teche Growers Association President Chris Patu says preserving the land is part of that mission.
Something that affects us and affects everybody is trash. The amount of trash on the side of the roads, and you pull up to a loading site one morning and you got a load of tires and an ice box and people's household trash right there on the loading site in your drainage ditch. So we just decided to try to draw some attention to that, and we're just getting our feet wet, but I think we're headed in the right direction.
The idea to make litter abatement a mission of the Teche growers grew from what these primarily sugarcane growers see every day.
You're in the fields all day. You're not in your office or anywhere. You're in the field, so you're driving around and you actually see it. And then you cut grass on your headlands, and you're hitting bottles and plastic containers, and it gets everywhere. And we put a lot into our land because the land supports us. So we want to be one with nature and try to keep it clean.
This is a picture posted on Facebook by a Teche Growers Association member of what they found in their field.
It ends up a lot of times in our fields and in our ditches, blocking drainage. And when we trying to grow a crop and somebody comes through, 10 or 12 bags of leaves that they rake up in their yard, bag them up and go throw them in a drainage ditch, and then we get a 10-inch rain and all the water brings the bags and stops up the culvert. It affects us, it affects us right then and there.
I look down on people who litter, so I take it personally.
Corporal Cullum Scheck-Snyder with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries points out that littering is against the law. Simple littering, like when trash flies out of a truck bed, has a stiff fine.
Simple littering is a fine of $175 plus up to 8 hours of litter abatement.
When someone throws litter out a car window, even something as small as a cigarette butt, that's intentional littering and carries a fine
from $250 to $500. And it also has 8 hours of litter abatement.
But what these farmers usually find in their fields is what's called gross littering. And like this picture, it is gross, as is the fine.
Anywhere from $500 to $1,000 and up to 8 hours of litter abatement.
Which is why the Teche Growers Association teamed up with Wildlife and Fisheries along with Iberia Parish government to form a litter abatement task force.
Having these kind of groups and these organizations get involved in litter abatement and different issues is very important, because behind every one of these organizations, like the growers, you have a group of farmers and people that work and that have to live in this community every day. And what you find is that these people are there, they're obviously there to make a living, they're there to teach their children how to make a living, but they also want a very safe and very clean environment, and they're just being farmers. They just work very hard, and these people behind that support, they make good grassroots coalitions, and these are the kind of people that are on the front lines every day working for our state, and they can make a difference in our community.
When you have an association like Teche Growers Association coming forward to take the lead in something like this here, you have a lot of employees working in that industry, and so you have a lot of people that's listening to what's going on. I think it's a great deal. It's a great opportunity for Iberia Parish to have someone like that association come to us and want to take the lead.
The Teche Growers Association has its sights set on another big project, and it involves all those old tractors and harvesters you saw in that story. They want to build a special sugarcane museum. We'll do another story about that project in the coming months. If you would like to learn more about the Teche Growers Association, you can visit our website at twilatv.org. By the way, if you're wondering why all of these farmers and equipment were in Bulleney Plaza in New Iberia at the same time, that's because it was during the 76th annual Sugarcane Festival. Sugarcane farmer and my ag leadership classmate Quade Broussard sent up his drone during the fair at night, and shared these awesome pictures. They were too good for me not to put on the show and share with all of you. Quade turned down the opportunity for an interview, but he, Mark Patu, and the group gave me a basket full of goodies, including this awesome Louisiana Sugarcane Festival poster. Once it's framed, it is going up on my wall. Thanks a bunch, guys.